Okay, Windy Bill here, and today I'm at the Kelso Depot, and right across the street from it is the old post office for Kelso. Very interesting place. This was a big boom town at one time. A lot of mining took place out in this area. We also had a lot of during the war, we had a lot of the military activity. We had a lot of troops being trained. And I've read different accounts. They're saying over 200,000 people came through here for General Patton's infantry tank training. This would be the Kelso Train Station. How it survived, I do not know. But just a little background on it. This was an actual active train station. It had a Harve house for the meals, with a motel and an eating establishment. And it was closed down and set closed and abandoned for so many years. And Union Pacific was going to tear it down, as they do everything. Same with Santa Fe. The railroad's all about a mighty dollar. If they level it, they don't have to pay any taxes on it. Now, leaving Kelso, there's a steep grade going towards Las Vegas. It's a downgrade all the way through, all the way down, all the way through the Mojave River, Afton Canyon. In fact, if you've been following the news, last week we had a major train derailment here, be just west of here. Oh, you can see the old sign, lunchroom. Let's just explore and walk around the station. This is now a BLM, Bureau of Land Management Information Center. There's the old lunch counter. I've actually sat, back when this was open, I actually sat and had lunch at that lunch counter before. Back when my father and I would travel out here, along with my two sisters. And this would be the walkway that would have went out to where the passenger trains pulled up and stopped, where you'd board the train to take off and go wherever. And I'm using the term loosely, go wherever. To Los Angeles, New York. Now, a little known fact about Kelso is now they have wells down here. And that's the water tanks for the community now. It was for the feed the train engines, the old steam engines. But if you look that direction, about halfway to those mountains, there's a big round reservoir. And then beyond that, you have a, I think it's either a 4-inch or a 6-inch steel pipeline that goes way up into the canyon to the springs. And they had a pumping station up at the springs where they would get their water from to supply the town and the railroad. You know, every time one of those steam engines came through here going towards Vegas, they would have to stop and get water. And with this being in grade that it is, they would always cut on helper steam engines, and those too would need fuel and water to go back and forth. So they consumed a lot of water here. I'm going to scan just across the front of the building. It's a beautifully restored. I'm so glad they saved it. Very beautifully restored building. They did a very nice job on it. Yep, the old lunchroom sign. If I didn't know better, I'd say that was probably one of the original signs. And this was always nice. It had the palm trees, it had the lawns originally. Because the railroads took pride. This was an oasis in the middle of nowhere. Give you a little idea of how many trains came through here. And those would be all passenger trains. BLM ever opens it up, we'll come back and I'll do photos of the interior. I don't know if you can see through the glass, but that's the old train station operator. That's where he would be. And this would have been the baggage area. This is where the baggage room would have been. The big doors would have been where they brought the baggage out to load onto the railroad cars. This area back here would have been the support. They still have the old-fashioned wires for communications, phone. And each 2 wires would be one set, one line. But each line could have up to 8 party lines on it. Now I grew up from a teenager on up in Lucerne Valley. And when we first moved to Lucerne Valley, that's all you could get. You shared your telephone with 8 other people, your phone line. So when you wanted to make a phone call, you went over there and you picked it up and you listened for a second. If you didn't get a dial tone right away, then you'd hear other people talking. You'd say, excuse me, and hang up. Check back later. See if you can make your phone call then. Seems kind of odd. Then we had the town busybodies. Every 8 party line had one. They loved to be very quiet. and they'd pick it up very softly. And then they would sit there and just listen to your phone call. And as they would listen to your phone call, and if you could figure out they were doing it, your conversation would get interesting. You gotta give them something juicy. You know, they're going to all that time to waste their time to listen. You might as well give them a juicy conversation. So we would think up all sorts of things as teenagers to talk about. This station is definitely beautiful. Well, since we can't get inside, we're pretty much going to wrap up this video today. We'll come back outside, come back out here one day. I'll bring Whitney and Guppy. They would love to see the station restored. You definitely got to know where we're at. When the train would stop, you'd look out your window and there you go. We was in Kelso. Very nice place. A lot of old buildings still do stand around here. When we come back out and do a second video, we'll see if we can get inside. We'll go down to the BLM office and see if they'll give us a tour. Or let us have a tour. And in order to film the interior. And we're also going to head up the canyons. We're going to explore all the old buildings. Oh, and for the old-time prospectors, they had a few too many to drink. That's where they would spend the night. Not bad in the summer, but I bet it was really cold in the wintertime. Okay, well, I want to thank everybody for watching. And we may do a little bit more filming around here before I take off. I'm on my way to California. Freeway was a parking lot. So we decided to come this way. Thank you for watching. You everybody have a blessed day. Thank you very much.